They are going to really get up into you defensively, pressure man-to-man, and they're going to try to be great on the glass.
And an early shot fake from Salve, and then he takes it. And it's boarded by Bouknight. So ball in his hands as he brings it up the floor. The sophomore from Brooklyn. Bouknight tipped, taken away. Well, Charlie Moore pretty good on the glass there following the miss from Freeman Liberty. But nothing going down yet for DePaul. Cole tries the three. Tap won't go. Freeman Liberty pushes it. The junior from Chicago. Spent a couple years at Valparaiso. Weems, who had the hot start, in Providence, and he has the first bucket here for DePaul.
Charlie Moore swings it on, and Weems, you see, plant that back foot, which Lato thinks he's done a nice job of improving freshman to sophomore year.
Kick to the corner, Salve off the shot.
10+ threes in their first 2 games, so you respect the three-point line. Soulné, little up fake, get the defense to fly by, one dribble pull-up.
Bouknight draws 3 defenders and gets to the rim. When you get second team All Big East and you feel like you have something to prove, like you belong on that first team.
Yeah, there's always a little bit about that as a player, and quite frankly, nice.
Misses the 3. DePaul still hasn't hit a 3. Long rebound for Whaley. Bouknight again drawing at least 2. That will be the 3rd team foul on DePaul.
Weems throws, goes to the pick and roll, and just slips. If you feel that your defender, as you're going to set a screen, is early to hedge, simply dive to the basket, catch it, hands and feet ready to finish.
That foul was on Paulie Camp for DePaul. Long rebound pulled down by Darius Hall, the junior from Little Rock, Arkansas. And DePaul, this is the way Dave Lato likes to play. Very deep, playing a lot of guys. They run a lot of bodies. Weems tries the deep 3. And it is now 0 for 4 from 3-point early going for DePaul. And Bouknight on the run.
Tell you what, he's just a scorer. Transfer from Howard, averaged over 20 points in each of his first 2 years. Danny Hurley is looking for him to become a consistent threat at the Big East level.
State title-winning teams at St. Anthony's and Jersey City closed in June 2017. Bob Hurley, one of the great coaches the game has ever known.
That shows you a little bit of that craftiness from Bouknight.
Teams, we talk about overtime losses, both coaches saying, hey, we haven't had time to run through late game scenarios. In fact, it's amazing to see teams execute as well as they are right now, including these two, with the extremely limited practice time.
Yeah, you've got
Paulie Camp follows his miss, but Carlton clears.
Sorry, Carter. You've got the limited practice times, but the coaches are having to balance, the mental health with players and COVID right now of being supportive.
Moore, ball in his hands. Very comfortable, Charlie Moore.
Beautiful job creating separation. When you're a smaller guard.
Top rebound, Carlton, sending UConn on the run. Bouknight can't finish. Adams hits the deck, and now the Huskies bring it back end to end. Bouknight.
Shooting ability through the first 2 games. Granted, UConn has had more of a chance to really prepare with their scout and take that away, but I'll have that one from the comfy confines of my office again tomorrow.
Hey, and thanks to the magic of all of the engineering of sports, telepoint for the Huskies. Bouknight gets a rare break. So we'll see where UConn goes for offense with Bouknight on the bench. Whaley back it in. R.J. Cole penetrates in another tough 2 for R.J. Cole. He's gotten 2 tough buckets for the Huskies.
Really crafty scorer. The cadence on his footwork there kept the defense off balance.
Just the 3rd game of the year for DePaul because of a myriad of COVID issues. Romeo Weems took a pop there. Underneath, 2 fouls on Whaley, 2 fouls on Paulie for UConn. Those are the only 4 fouls by the Huskies. But foul trouble for Both 6'9" players, Whaley and Polly. Salnay, the grad transfer from Monmouth, among the point guard options for DePaul.
And a ton of skill work, 2-on-2, 3-on-3 reads, and he thought it really paid off the first couple games of the year.
Bouknight in the two-man game with Carlton on the baseline. There's just the second made field goal for James Bouknight.
It's only a matter of
9 in the game total.
Only a matter of time before he gets hot. As mentioned, a career-high 40 against Creighton, and Creighton's got some good guards, Zagorowski in particular.
Up the 13-point lead, largest. Just fighting for the ball.
It's kind of on both those guys.
Rose and a veteran crew. Inside, Hall off the shot fake, and one drawing the foul. So Hall gives DePaul a lift in the fight for the basketball. It ends up in Darius Hall's hands with a trip to the free throw line.
Execution, baseline out of bounds, reversed it into a flex cut screen. You see Hall come off that flex screen, and then he caught it with patience. Too many times.
Kobe Elvis with the first 3 of the game for DePaul. Dave Lato had a great coaching quote. He's telling us, hey, you look good when the ball goes in the basket, but I want my guys saying, why? Why'd the ball go in the basket? Well, they'll have to answer that question on the other end as well. Why'd the ball go in the basket for UConn? Carlton is calling for it again. Instead, it's Martin to Cole for UConn, and that is his second. So Cole, Whaley, and Polly all have 2 for the Huskies. Bouknight turns the corner on Moore. Bouknight on Moore at Auburn. Agenda. But 2.
He's been active on the glass. Possession before, he almost jumped over his teammate Tyrese Martin back, but nice post move. Got away with it.
Bouknight has the board and pushes Martin. That's offensive foul, though. Well, Charlie Moore's getting for UConn. DePaul in a big hole closing in on halftime. Moore off the bounce, drops it off, and the triple.
Obviously, he draws the blocking foul, but you got to be a little bit smarter if you're a...
Salnay with 2 fouls guarding Bouknight now. Dave Lato promised a variety of defenders on Bouknight. Catch and shoot. Follows the miss in the second half. 3 for 3. Carlton calling for it. Now the Huskies have a second chance. Bouknight gets it back and then finds Martin for 3 off a great look from James Bouknight.
Martin has been tremendous. Understanding spacing that time.
Get the call. 5 to shoot for the Huskies. Cole gives it up late in the clock. Bouknight has to heave it. And now another run-out chance. Watch out, James Bouknight. Bouknight slips and draws another. UConn by 24, equaling the largest lead. 11-2. Agenda, who has a chance to join guys like Cole Reed, Max Strus, DePaul development onto the NBA. Strus with the Heat. Bouknight on Moore, turns the corner. Second chance bucket for Javon. Carlton.
A call in front of the sideline official. Charlie Moore sold it. Good job by him, but absolutely a hook.
Weems brick. Huskies on the run. off the assist from Cole. 5 assists now for Artie. Win their first Big East game since rejoining the league. Reconstituted, reformatted Big East. What a tremendous league it is. Bouknight, bump, count, but I guarantee you for Dan Hurley, it's kind of the perfect teaching tape, right? You're in command, you have a double-digit lead, conference game, and yet there have been so many things that electric scoring night for Bouknight. That was his first bucket 15 seconds into the game, but and he's still going to end up with a solid line and was impactful on both ends for the Huskies. Including the run-out jam. Before the splintering of the Big East and UConn into the American Athletic Conference. So back into the Big East this year. First season. Nice in the new look Big East, and there's Carlton. Wow, have a good look. Bouknight has the assist, his second, and now Bouknight leading the Huskies on the run again. Ripped out of my chest.
And that's one reason if he goes back and watches this, I didn't want to give the full play-by-play because yes, he didn't want to relive that one.